Sir, post the abrogation of Article 370, what is your reading of this situation in the hinterland in the Union Territory? And what, according to you, would be the strategy to move ahead?
As I mentioned earlier also, post abrogation of the Article 370, the violence levels have come down drastically. And I say this not only in a subjective manner, but based on very objective figures that we have of various parameters of violence, whether it is stone pelting, whether it is terrorist initiated incidents, all these have seen a drastic drop. Concurrently, all the other parameters of normalcy, that is the movement, the attendance by government officials in their offices, the attendance in schools, the volume of trade, all these which had taken a small dip post 5th August had all come back to near normal levels, almost 100% normal levels. But of course now, because of this lockdown, it has again seen a downtrend. But the fact remains that pre-lockdown, all these parameters had come back to normal.
Has the pandemic in any way impacted the operations in the Indian Army? Because the number of men have with social distancing and other things to be followed, has it impacted the operations, sir?
No, it has no way impacted our operations. Our operations are continuing with the same tempo and vigor. In fact, because nobody came back from leave, our personnel who were there in the border areas and on various posts are actually free from this threat, and they can do their job without any apprehensions on this regard. However, in the hinterland, where we have to do our counter-terrorism operations, where we have to go out in the civil population, we have put into place protocols and certain precautionary measures so that we do not get infected as a result of these operations that we are carrying out. And because of this, as I said, we have been able to keep ourselves safe, but there has been no letdown whatsoever in the pace of our operations.
And how is the Army modified its operational procedures and providing assistance to the civil authorities in fighting the pandemic, sir?
Well, we
And
as an
that when you have had a very few number of cases in the force itself.
no, we as an army had always been seized of this problem that we cannot afford for ourselves to be affected by this pandemic, and accordingly we had taken very proactive actions right from the middle of February itself. We had one case, the first case that we had was there in Ladakh, UT. I am happy to say that after his treatment and his stay in the hospital, he's been tested thrice and he's totally now coronavirus free, and he's in fact rejoined duty. Based on this, we have been passing a number of instructions and advisories to all our commands to take suitable precautions and to preserve the integrity of our force. And we have been quite successful to that extent. And so far we have only had 8 positive cases, out of whom 2 are doctors and 1 are nursing assistants. So they are medical personnel who were actively involved in the battle against the COVID. And other 5, 1 I already mentioned, who has already been discharged, and 4 who are responding well to treatment. So this is a very small number compared to the entire strength of the Indian Army. Apart from that, we have put into place various procedures to ensure that we are able to now get our men back who were on courses of instruction or who are on leave, to get them back to rejoin their units. We have a system of green, yellow and red. Green, people who are not in, who were in their garrisons all along and who have not come in contact with any COVID infected person. So all these green personnel are now being moved back to the units. In fact, we have already catered for 2 special trains, one to come from Bangalore to Jammu and another from Bangalore to Guwahati. And the first of this, that is the one from Bangalore to Jammu, has started today at 10:00 hours from Bangalore. So this is how the cycle has been put into place. And once this movement is completed, we will start getting our men back who are presently on leave. They will be asked to report to the nearest unit or formation close to their leave station in a staggered manner. They will also undergo the mandatory 14 days quarantine before they are declared green. And once that happens, then again through this medium of special trains, they will be brought back through a special train which is itself been sanitized and green to their unit locations which are also green. So the entire channel will be a green channel. And once this is done and these men report back from leave, then we will also start sending the next batch of personnel on leave who had not been able to avail their leave due to this lockdown.
And so, sir, people after this May 3 lockdown, people would be allowed to proceed on leave
In batches, depending on how the situation unfolds in the future.